The greatest business lesson that I've ever learned, and the greatest business lesson that you can ever learn, and that you got to continue to stay focused on, is that your business exists for one reason and one reason only, and that is to be a vehicle to help you achieve your life goals. My mentor, Mr. Zig Ziglar, said that you can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what it is that they want. The last chapter of Zig Ziglar's very last book ever was based on this quote. So that's true, and it is. I want to ask you a few questions about your life. How many of you would agree, by a show of hands, that every move you make in your business can have an impact on your personal life? How many of you would agree that your business in general can have a tremendous impact on your personal life? 100%. Now, the beautiful thing is that once we get this, once we understand this, then we can begin to set life goals and design our business around these life goals so that our business helps us achieve those life goals. And the impact is positive, not negative. So, in other words, if I ask everybody on here what success meant to you, many of you would say to be able to do what I want, when I want it, where I want it, right? You'd say something like that. Now, I know that there's more to it, and you have values. You say, well, make a difference in other people's lives and take care of my family and this and that. But really, you built your business to improve your life. But it didn't turn out that way. You didn't realize that there were all these things that had to be taken care of. So if you'll get this quote, if you'll get the fact that the one and only reason your business exists is to be a vehicle to help you achieve your life goals, everything changes. Why? Because you start focusing on your life goals, you design the business around life goals. So your life goals are going to include your family. Your life goals are going to include your spiritual life. Your life goals are going to include doing the kind of work that you love to do. And so as you look at this wheel of life, physical, family, mental, financial, spiritual, career, and personal, which one of these areas are you supposed to be unsuccessful in? But isn't it true that we tend to settle in some of these areas? Is that true? Some of us, it's health. Some of us get too involved in our career, we ignore our family. Some of us never have any fun. Some of us get so religious that it affects our other relationships and our business. Some of us don't like to study. But the fact is that you're born to win, designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness, Mr. Ziegler said. After all, God don't make no junk. You are a phenomenal product, created to be phenomenal, to do phenomenal things, and have a phenomenal life. Now that we've established the fact that you're not supposed to be broken in debt, even though other people are, we're not supposed to be um, unhealthy, although other people are. And listen, things happen to you that you can't control. But based on your effort, based on your response. See, it's not what happens to you, Mr. Ziegler said, it's how you respond to what happens to you. And he said that success is living a balanced life. So now that we understand that all of these areas are important, that we're not supposed to sacrifice any of these areas for our business for any reason, that brings up another question. And that question is, how successful on a scale of 1 to 10 are you supposed to be in all of these areas? The answer is, on a scale of 1 to 10, borderline 11. Okay. The fact is that when you get this right, you can do more than you ever dreamed that you could do. But you got to get it right. You got to understand that you can, and that you can be successful in all these areas. But you're gonna struggle. All of us do in certain areas. I don't like to exercise. I love to eat, and so that's the one that's a struggle for me. I know how to make money. That's not a struggle for me. I know how to build my business. That's not a struggle for me, but it might be for you. So we developed a wheel of business. And these are the 5 areas that we're going to be working on. And you have the same scenario here, is that all of these areas are important. And then before we start building systems, we need to have goals. We need to have plans. I call it GPS. So you want to have life goals, you want to have goals in your business, and you want to have a plan to get there. And then you're going to need systems. There are actually 5 systems. The first one is leadership. The second one is marketing. Third one is sales. The fourth one is operations. And the fifth one is administration. Now, I want you to notice a couple of keywords here. First, the word phenomenal. See, there's a difference between having marketing and having phenomenal marketing. There's a difference between having good leadership and having a leadership system. So this all works together. What does phenomenal leadership look like? What does it look like to have a system? What does it look like to have systems in all these areas that are operating at the highest level? If you want to be phenomenally successful, and by the way, I'm not in the business of just giving out information to help you get a little more information. You don't need me for that. You can go online. You got AI, you can find any information that you want. But the reason I'm here is to help you become phenomenally successful, to build a phenomenally successful business. A phenomenally successful business is one that helps you achieve your ultimate phenomenal life goals.